School. This is EHS News, and today we are discussing the changes in our school lunch.
Because the food that we eat is so important to us, the change in this year's lunch menu has been a hot topic.
Here's what our interviewees had to say.
What changes in the school lunches have you been involved in?
Well, other than just being informed by Ms. Klingensmith, I really haven't been involved in any of the major changes that have taken place. And a lot of the changes that are taking place are coming down through the federal government. So a lot of times the changes that are taking place are out of our control because we have to meet guidelines that the federal government puts in place.
Okay. What is your opinion on the change in the lunch?
I think the reason behind the changes is a good reason. We want kids to eat healthier. However, I think we need to find a way to balance healthy foods with good tasting foods and appealing foods that kids like these days and that kids want to eat. So that's the challenge we have right now, is trying to find the balance between those two issues.
What led to the changes in the school's lunches?
There were changes at the federal level. Mrs. Obama, the president's wife, has been campaigning to improve school lunches and to reduce the incidence of childhood obesity, and so that was the trigger.
Okay. So with that, was it just a state change or a national change?
No, that was a national change.
Okay.
And I don't know how fully it's been implemented across the country. I know that for our school district, we are pretty quick on implementing the changes that as they're required. So we're usually right on top of those kinds of things.
Okay. What was your role in the changing of the school lunch?
I actually don't have any role in that. Susan Klingensmith is the person who is the director over all of our school cafeterias, and she works with the cafeteria managers and the cafeteria staff to implement those kinds of changes.
What foods changed, like what was added or removed from the menu?
As far as I know, it's supposed to be more fresh vegetables and better sources of protein with less fat in it. We're supposed to also be watching the amount of sodium that goes into meals and things like that. I don't know if you guys have noticed that some days when we might have tater tots or french fries, there's no ketchup to go with them. It's because the salt content is already at a level in the meals where you can't add any more salt or sodium, and so therefore you don't have any ketchup to go with, because ketchup is a very high sodium item.
Lastly, what was your opinion on the change of the lunch?
You know, I'm very supportive of the idea of incorporating more fresh fruits and vegetables and leaner protein and those kinds of things, more whole grains and whatnot into student diet. However, it doesn't seem like these changes have been very well received by our students. I'm noticing a whole lot more kids bring in their lunch now than we've ever had, and you know, that's just an observation. I don't know. I don't have any numbers or data to go with that. But when I look out there when I'm doing my lunch duty, I see lots and lots of lunch bags. And typically, our young men have not been big on bringing their lunch. Even the boys are bringing their lunch now. So I think that maybe we have some bugs and some kinks to work out with the changes, and you know, maybe we need more spices. Part of what I hear from the kids is that the food is very bland and that there's not much flavor to it. So we may need to be learning how to use other spices to take the place of the salt and things like that. So.
Okay, well, thank you for your time.
We attempted to interview Susan Klingen-Smith and the cafeteria staff about the changes in the school lunch menu, but due to their busy schedules, we were not able to receive their input at this time.
Here's what your fellow students had to say about this year's lunch menu.
Do you eat the school lunch?
Yes, I do.
Do you like it?
It's okay some days.
Do you have a favorite entree?
Probably the spicy chicken sandwich, actually.
Okay. If there was anything that you could change about the lunch, what would it be, or would you keep it the same?
I would change, like, the amount that we're allowed to take because some people don't get enough food. And then I would also possibly change the cost, maybe, and some of the items we have. Those sweet potato nuggets are horrible.
Okay. Would you say that last year's lunch was better than the lunch this year?
100% yes.
If you could change one thing, or more than one thing, about the school lunch, what would it be?
I think they should offer water and less meat things, because I know they used to have Bosco sticks, which were my favorite thing to eat, but now they made little mini ones because it's apparently too fattening. So, yeah.
Hi, Tim. What grade are you in?
I'm a senior.
That's cool. Do you eat the school lunch?
No, I do not.
Why not?
there's not enough.
Oh, okay.
As in, the portion sizes are tiny. I mean, we have kids who are my size. I need more than 3 tater tots and a thing of milk.
Do you eat school lunches?
I do, yeah, but only because I have to.
What grades are you in, or what grade are you in?
I'm in the 12th grade.
Okay. What lunch do you have?
I have third lunch, which is the worst because the food's usually cold. Whatever first lunch we didn't have because it ran out, so we get the leftovers.
If you can change anything about the school lunch, what would you change about it?
A lot of the stuff that they had last year, they took away because my mom, Shawana Love, works in the cafeteria, and well, it's not really their fault, but Michelle Obama has put in a new kind of law or whatever, saying that the school food that we past 8 was contributing to us being obesity and being really big. So she took out a whole new plan or whatever. And the food last year, to me, wasn't as unhealthy, and it tasted a lot better. So, I mean, if we could bring some of the food back, like Crispitos, the fish nuggets, some of that stuff back, we'll be okay.